So now, before going to start, let me recap it. I mean to say what we have discussed in the last class. So let's say in last class, what we have discussed, like we have discussed about the OS, right? So now here my question was, what is meant by OS? Basically, it's an operating system. So what exactly it will do? What exactly OS will do? OS. So it's an operating system which provides the interface between human as well as machine. So let's say this is my laptop. Okay. So for my machine, for my laptop, it can able to understand only binary level language. So other than that, machine can't understand anything. So if the human wants to communicate with the laptop or the machine or the device, so here what should we have? We should have one translator. So here translator are nothing but the OS. Translator are nothing but OS. Okay. Now, so in the OS architecture, totally how many layers I am having? In the OS architecture, totally how many layers I am having? I am having 4 layers. So what are they? So the first one is about the hardware. What was the first one here? The first one is going to be the hardware. So now, what is meant by hardware here? Hardware is nothing but which, let's say, if any external devices that are connected to our laptop, those information are going to be stored on where? It's going to be stored on the hardware. Let's say this is my laptop. If any external devices like such as printer, mouse, HDMI cable, DVD, so any external devices that are connected to our laptop, those information are going to be stored on hardware. So after hardware, what we are having here? We are having the kernel. What we are having? We are having the kernel. Now, what is meant by kernel? So kernel is nothing but which provides the interface between your hardware components as well as software components. Let's say this is my hardware components. Now also this is my software components. So if the hardware components are communicating with the software components, then only our laptop will work. Otherwise, it will not work. So who will provide the communication here? Ultimately the kernel. So after kernel, what we are having? We are having the shell. What we are having here? We are having the shell. Now, what is meant by shell here? The place where our commands are executing are nothing but the shell. So, in today's class, we are going to perform some commands. So, you guys are going to get to know that what is meant by shell. So, after shell, what we are having here? We are having the application. Now, what is meant by application? The place where our applications are present are nothing but the application. Okay. Now, so in generally, I mean to say, what is meant by application first? What is meant by application? So application is nothing but group of services. So let's say daily we are using the Paytm, right? It's an application. So in the Paytm application, what we are having? Recharge, bank transactions, movie tickets, train tickets, as well as bus tickets, right? So group of services together called application. Group of services together called application. So at the end, where our application will present, it is going to be present on the server. Now, what is meant by server again? What is meant by server? Server is nothing but which provides the services to the end user. So, in generally, how many types of servers we are having? We are having the 3 types. So, what are they? Web server, app server, as well as database server. Now, what is meant by web server? Web server is nothing but which provides the UI part of your application. Who will work on the web server? Ultimately, development team as well as UI UX team. So, which type of technologies they are going to use? So, they are going to use like CSS, HTML, Java, React, Angular. So, where it is going to be present? It is going to be present on the presentation layer. So, after web server, what we are having? We are having the app server. Now, what is meant by app server? App server is nothing but where our logic was present. Okay. Who will work on the app server? Ultimately, we are having the development team. They are going to be work. Next, which type of technology they are going to use? So they are going to use like Java, .NET, Python, C, C++. So where it is going to be present? It is going to be present on the application layer, nothing but the logic layer. So after app server, what we are having? We are having the database server. Now what is meant by database server? The place where our information are going to be stored or nothing but the database server. Who will work on the database server again? Ultimately, we are having the development team. I mean to say database team. So which type of technology they are going to use? Them they are going to use like SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, HANADB. So we are having the number of DB. So according to our requirement, they are going to be work. So where it is going to be present? It is going to be present on the backend. Now after this, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the architectures of servers. So I mean to say in generally, how many types of architectures we are having? We are having the four types of architectures, but majorly we are having three types. So what are they? So the first one is about the one tier architecture, next one two tier architecture. So the third one is about the three tier architecture. So in the one tier architecture, so here tier is nothing but the layer is nothing but the server. So in the one tier architecture, totally how many servers I am having? I am having only one server. So within the one server, we are going to install a web server as well as app server and also database server. Now, example for one tier architecture is about what, guys? Example for one tier architecture.
Mobile.
Great. So after one tier architecture, what we are having? We are having two tier architecture. So in the two tier architecture, how many servers I am having? I am having two servers. Okay. So within the first server, we are going to install a web server. Would you please? So actually, we have done this in yesterday's class. Yeah, we are going to go slowly. So in the two-tier architecture, totally how many servers I am having? I am having two servers. So the first server is going to be the web server, second server is going to be the app and the database server. So example for two-tier architecture is going to be phone as well as YouTube. So whereas in the three-tier architecture, we are having three servers. So example is going to be the same, phone as well as YouTube. So up to this, we have discussed in the last class, right? Now, in this class, we are going to start about the Linux. So we have done with the introduction for the Linux. So we are going to perform some Linux commands here. So see, so this session was very important. From this session, very important as a DevOps engineer. Now, see here, I have said one point like server is nothing but a laptop. Server is nothing but a laptop. So now, here my question was like, let's say I want to create a file. నేను ఒక file ని create చేయాలి. So let's say if I want to create a file, so what we are going to do, guys? So click on the right click, new file. So this is the way to create a file in the Windows, right or not? But whereas in the server, if you want to create a file, we are going to use the command called touch. Before that, do we have any server here? No, right? So if you want to create a server, we should have the AWS account or we should have the Azure account. Right now, I am not going to create any AWS account, any Azure account here. We can able to learn our Linux, Git, Maven, Docker in the open source platform called Killer Coda. What we are going to use here? We are going to use the Killer Coda. So just try to search for killercoda.com. Hit enter. So ultimately it is going to open the website. So click on the playground now. Click on the playground. So scroll down here. Use Ubuntu 24.04. Ubuntu 24.04. Now, here I can able to practice my Linux. By using the killer coda, you can able to practice. So let's say if I want to create a file, so click on the right click, new, and then file, right? In the same way, if you want to create a file in the server, we are going to use a command called touch. What we are going to use here? We are going to use the command called touch, and then file name. Let's say I want to create a file called AWS. I want to create a file called AWS. hit enter. File was created. File was created. So touch is the command to create a file. Touch and then file name. So file name may be anything. I have given AWS. So if you want to pass your name, we can able to pass that one. Hit enter. So file was created. If you want to cross verify, just try to give the ls. Hit enter. I'm having my file. Now again, what is meant by ls? ls is nothing but short list. What was that? ls is nothing but short list. And also we can able to see the using ll. ll is nothing but long list. So if you give the ls, it is going to display only the file name. The moment you have given ll, it is going to display your full information of that file. So this is going to be the user group. So this all are the permissions. So we are having one session on the user group permissions. So as of now, you can ignore this one. So what I'm trying to say here, if you want to see the list of files, just try to give the ls or ll. Anything is ls means what? It's going to be the short list. ll means what? It's going to be the long list. Now, this is the way to create the single file. This is the way to create the single file. But I want to create the multiple files. I want to create multiple files. So if you want to create the multiple files like touch, I want to create like Azure, I want to create DevOps, I want to create AC. So just try to mention the spaces between them. So touch, Azure, DevOps, GCP. It means it is going to create the three files by using the names Azure, DevOps, GCP. Hit enter. Our files was created. So if you want to cross verify, just try to give the command called ls again. I'm having Azure, DevOps, GCP. It was created. So this is the way to create the multiple files. But what if I want to create the series of files? Let's say series in the sense I want to create like TCS1. TCS1 I want to create. Let's say I want to create TCS2. I want to create TCS2. I want to create TCS3. I want to create TCS4. So and so on I want to create like TCS50. I want to create. So series of files. So if you want to create like that, so the command is going to be the same, touch. Now, next what I need to pass, the series that you want to start with. So I want to start my series with TCS. Open the braces, one double dot and then range. One double dot, 5. I mean to say 15. It is going to create the 15 files. So let's say you have given like 10. It is going to create the 10 files. Or if you have given 5, it is going to create 5 files by using the TCS series. It ended. It was created 5 files regarding TCS. Previously, if I have given the ls, how many files I am having? AWS, Azure, DevOps, and the GCP. But the moment if I have given the ls now, I am having TCS 5 files. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, here within the braces, we should have only 2 dots, not 3 dots. So command touch TCS on double dot 5. So you should give like that only 2 dots. So let's say by mistakenly you have given the 3 dots. So what will happen? It is going to read under a 5. By mistakenly you have given the 3 dots. It is not going to be acceptable. So if you have given 4 dots, it is not going to be the acceptable one. So by using this name, it is going to create one file for you. So verify that one. By mistakenly, if I have given 3, what will happen now? It is going to create a file by using that name. By mistakenly, I have given 4 dots. What will happen? It is going to read under a file. Okay. So here dot should be 2 only, not 3 and more. Now, so this is the way to create the single file, multiple files, as well as series of files. Now here my question was, I want to remove a file. I want to remove a file. It means I want to delete a file. So the command will be rm. What was the command here? Rm. So rm is nothing but remove. So remove and then file name. So the file that you want to remove. So as of now, I want to remove like AWS file. I want to remove AWS file. So the command will be rm space AWS. Hit enter. Our AWS file was removed. So if you want to cross verify, just try to give the ls. Previously, I used to have the AWS file, but now I'm not having any AWS file here. Okay. So this is the way to remove the single file, but I want to remove the multiple files again. So again, the syntax is going to be the same. Command is the different. Instead of giving touch, we are giving here rm. That's it. rm, Azure I want to remove, DevOps I want to remove, GCP I want to remove. So remember, just try to give the starting letter and then tab button. If you hit the tab, it is going to pass the full name of that file. A tab button. So D tab, GCP tab. It is going to pass the full name of your file. Now, it was removed the Azure DevOps as well as GCP. So if you want to cross verify, just try to give the ls here, hit enter. It was removed. Okay. Now, if you want to remove the multiple files, so the command is going to be the same again, rm. So series, right? So the series that you want to remove. So I want to remove TCS series. So just try to give the TCS star. So remember, here star is nothing but every. Star is nothing but all. So whereas in the DevOps, Azure, or in the AWS, if you are representing as a star means so star will represent all, every. Okay. Now instead of giving TC star, we can also give the TC star. So what exactly that mean? The files that are starting with the TC, it is going to be removed. Instead of giving TC, you can able to give the T star as well. So what will happen now? It is going to remove all the T files. So let's say you are having like touch text you are having. Also you are having touch text test I am having. So I am having different files that are starting with the T. So if I want to remove the TCS file, what I am trying to do, I am giving like TC star. I can able to give TC star. The moment I am giving T star, it is going to remove your test file as well as text file. So why? Because these two files are starting with the T, right? So it is going to remove your all the T files. But once you are giving TC star, it is going to remove TCS files only. It is not going to remove your text as well as test. So hit enter. Now what will happen? It is going to delete only your TCS files. Hit enter. It was removed. So still I am having my test as well as text. So if you want to remove those files as well, just try to give the TC star. Because I'm not having any files. So clear for all of you? How to create the single file, multiple files as well as series of files, and also removing the single file, multiple files as well as series of files. Clear? That's great. Perfect. Now, so I want to add the data inside a file. I want to add the data inside a file. So if you want to add the data inside a file, so we are going to use an editor called VIM. What was that? VIM. So basically in the VIM editor, we are having three modes. How many modes we are having? We are having the three modes. So the first mode is going to be the command mode. What was the first mode here? Command mode. So the second mode was the insert mode. So the second mode was the insert mode. So the third mode is going to be save and quit mode. So totally in the VM editor, how many modes I am having? I am having two modes. One was the command mode. The second one was the insert mode. Third one was the save and quit mode. So basically, save and quit we are having the commands. So usually we are going to call three modes, but actually the modes are going to be two only. Command mode, insert mode. Save and quit mode was the commands all. Now, so see here, just try to concentrate on the two modes, command mode, insert. So let's say this is my command mode, this is my insert. Okay, totally two modes. Command mode, this is my insert. Now, so the point number one, by mistake, by defaultly, when you have opened any file, you are going to be in command mode. It means default mode in the VAM editor. What was that? Default mode is going to be command mode. Now, so if you want to shift from command mode to the insert mode, we are going to use small I button. What we are going to use here? We are going to use the small I in your laptop. So ultimately, you are going to shift from command mode to the insert mode. Now, again, I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. So here I am going to press the escape button. What we are going to press here? Escape button. So for the first button is going to be the escape. So we are going to press the escape button there. Now clear for all of you? So in the VM editor, totally I am having three modes. One was the command mode, insert mode, as well as save and quit mode. So just try to concentrate on the two modes. What are they? Command mode, insert mode. So what was the first point here? By defaultly, if you have opened any file by using the VM editor, what will happen? You are going to be in the command mode. Now, totally you are in the command mode. You want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. What we are going to do here? We are going to press the small I button in our laptop. Again, if you want to shift from insert mode to the command mode, what I need to do? I need to press the escape button. For the first button in the keyboard is going to be the escape, right? We need to press the escape button. Now, clear for all of you? If you are theoretically good, we are going to do it practically. That's great. Perfect. Now, see here, before going to write the data inside a file, so first of all, do we have any files here? I'm giving the ls, I'm not having any files. Okay. But I'm going to open my DevOps file or I'm going to open my AWS file by using the VM editor. So if you want to open any file by using the VM editor, just try to mention the VAM space file name, the file that you want to open. So I want to open the AWS file. So before that, do we have any AWS file here? No, right? Now I'm going to open the AWS file by using the wait. So what will happen? It is going to be work or not? Right now I'm not having any AWS file, but I'm going to open my AWS file by using the VM editor. It is going to be work or not? No, no. So basically, guys, it is going to be work. Hit enter. It was opened the VAM, I mean to say editor. So basically, in background, what will happen, your VAM editor is going to be searched like whether the file will present or not. I mean to say whether your AWS file was present or not. So if it is present, it is going to be open that file. If it is not present, your VAM editor is going to create a file and also it is going to open that file. I'm going to repeat one more time. So you have given a command called VAM editor. So first, this VAM editor is going to be searched like whether the AWS file was present or not. If it is present, it is going to be open that file. If it is not present, your VAM editor is going to be create a AWS file for you. And also it is going to be open that file. So ultimately it was created and also it was open. So here my question was, by defaultly, in which mode you are going to be in? You are going to be in the command mode, right or not? So I have said in the VM editor, by defaultly you will be in the command mode. Now I want to get to know that whether I was in the command mode or in the insert mode. How can I get to know that? Whether I was in the command mode or in the insert mode. Means, so for the first time, you can able to see here the file name. For the first time, you can able to see here the file name. If you are seeing the file name, only first time guys. For the first time, you can able to see the file name. Right. Now totally I was in the command mode. Now I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. What I need to do? I need to press the small I button. So right now I'm going to press the small I button. So see what will happen. It was displaying here as insert. It was displaying here as insert. So if you are seeing the insert here, means you are in the insert mode now. You are in the insert mode. Now again, I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. What I need to do? I need to press the escape button. What I need to do here? I need to press the escape button. So just try to press the escape button. Now what I am seeing there? I am seeing nothing there. Right. So it means I am in the command mode now. So for the first time only it is going to display the file name. Later it is not going to show anything there. Again, I am going to shift from command mode to the insert mode. What I need to do? I need to press the small I button. So I am going to press the small I button again. Now I can able to see the insert. If you are seeing the insert means you are in the insert mode. If you are seeing nothing means you are in the command mode. So insert mode, insert, command, nothing. I escape, I escape, I escape, I escape. Clear? Command mode to insert mode to the command. Now, so let's say I'm going to add the data. So if you want to add the data, you should be in the insert mode, guys. If you want to add the data inside a file, you should be in the insert mode. Why? Because the name itself contains insert. If you want to insert the data, we should present on the insert mode. So right now, in which mode I was in? I was in the command mode. So I'm having nothing here. It means I'm in the command mode. Now I'm going to shift from command mode to the insert mode. What I need to do? Press the small. So totally it was displaying here as insert. It means I am in the insert mode. I am in the insert mode. Now I can able to add the data. Okay, this is my AWS. This is my AWS. So totally I was added the data in my AWS. Now what I need to do? I need to save the data. I need to save the data. So if you want to save the data, so we are going to use like colon W. So what it will do? It is going to save the data. So if you want to quit from the VAM editor, we are going to use like colon Q. So what it will do is going to quit the VAM editor. we are going to quit from the editor. So if you want to do both at a time, colon W. So what exactly it will do now? Save and quit. So instead of giving colon WQ, we can also give like colon X. Okay. Colon X. So it is going to save and quit at a time. Okay. Colon W. We are going to save colon Q. Nothing but quit colon X or colon WQ. So we are going to save and quit at a time. Now, so let's say let me save my data. So if you want to save the data, what we are going to do? Colon W. So the moment I am giving the colon W, what it is saying, I am going to say what it is doing. It is going to data. Right, it's going to print the data. So basically, colon W, colon Q, colon X, or colon WQ, all are the commands, guys. All are the commands. So if you want to perform the commands, you should be in the command mode. You should be in the command mode. Right now, I was in the insert mode. So that's the reason data was inserting there. So the name itself contains insert, right? So it is going to insert the data. So that's the reason we are having. Now I want to perform my colon W. It means it's a command. So I'm going to shift from insert mode to the command mode. What I need to do? I need to press the small I button. I mean to say not small I, escape button. So totally I have pressed the escape button. Now just try to save the data. Colon W. Hit enter. It was saved. Now I want to exit from the editor. I want to exit from the editor. What we need to do now? Colon Q. We have saved as well as exited from the editor. So how can I get to know that whether in my AWS file I am having the data or not? So if you want to see the data inside a file, you want to see the data inside a file. So we are going to use a command called cat. What was the command here? Cat. And then file name. So file name I am giving AWS. Hit enter. So I am having my data. Okay, this is my AWS file. Then I'm going to open my AWS. So see here, let's say if you want to copy a line, if you want to copy a line, so the command will be YY. We need to press the 2 times Y button, not 2YY. So if you are pressing the 2YY, it is going to copy 2 lines. If you are pressing 5 number double Y, it is going to copy 5 lines. Don't type like, say 5 times Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5. So this is not the correct one, guys. 5 number double Y. Okay. So YY is the command to copy a line. So if you want to copy single line, double Y. 2 lines, 2 YY. 5 lines, 5 YY. So don't type like this. Now let me copy a line. YY I have given. So totally I have copied a single line. So I want to paste. So if you want to paste P. So it is going to paste number of times. So how many times you are pressing, it is going to print that much of times. Now, so let's say I want to delete a line, or else just to copy.
Okay, mami అలాగే చెప్పదు ఇంకా పీరియడ్ తీసాక కన్ఫర్మ్ చేసాక అప్పుడు
So
అంత కావాలి వాళ్ళకి.
just to mute
నాకు
yourself.
మమ్మీ టవల్ నాకు నేను వెళ్తాను.
So sorry, just to mute yourself. Now, see here. Let's say if you want to copy 3 lines or 4 lines, 3 by 5. So you guys can able to see here 3 lines anchored. Means 3 lines was copied. If you want to paste P, it is going to paste 3 lines. Now, so let's say if you want to delete a line, if you want to delete a line, so dd. So if you have given 5 dd, it's going to delete 5 lines. If you have given 10 dd, it is going to delete 10 lines. So see here, yy, copy, p, paste, dd, delete. Okay. So if you are giving 5 dd, 5 lines delete. 5 lines delete. Okay. 5 lines go. Now, let's say I'm having number of lines here. I'm having number of lines. So I want to set the number to each and every line. I want to set the number to each and every line. So the command is going to be like colon set number. So ultimately it is going to set the number. So the syntax is going to be like colon set number. So ultimately it's going to set the numbers for you. Now, let's say totally my cursor was at on where was present on the 13th line. Now I want to go to the 4th line. So what you guys are going to be do? You are going to say you are going to do like use the up arrow button and navigate to the 4th line. Right. So if you want to go to the 12th line, so use the down arrow 12. Right. So basically we are not going to do like that. So see here, if you want to go to the second line, colon 2, hit enter. If you want to go to 10th line, colon 10, hit enter. You are in the 10th. So basically, these all are the commands, guys. You should be in the command mode. You should be in the command mode only. So colon 10, 10th. So colon 15, 15th. Okay. So you should be in the command mode only. These all are the commands. So what will happen when you are in the insert mode now? So let's say you are in the insert mode. So it is going to insert the data there. Say I am in the command mode now. So I want to go to the insert mode. So let's say I have going to be, yeah, I have pressed the U. U means undo. Okay. It was undo. I'm in the insert mode now. So if I want to go to the 15, column 15. So if I'm giving column 15, but it was printing there. Why? Because you are in the insert mode, right? So that's the reason. So U means undo, guys. So
Shreyan. Oh, Shreyan.
just try to mute yourself first.
Hey, Shreyan.
So guys, so Srinivas, so just try to mute yourself. Now, so totally I'm going to save my data. So if you want to save your data, we can able to give like colon WQ or X. Anything we can give. So I'm giving colon X. So totally I have saved my data and also I have exited from the VM editor. So verify that one cat AWS tender. I'm having my data. Okay. Next. VIM AWS. Hit enter. So let's say I'm having multiple times as AWS file. I'm having multiple times AWS. So I want to replace my AWS with Azure. Means if you want to replace a word that are having multiple times. So single time, let's say if you are having the single time of AWS, we can able to navigate our cursor, use a like backspace, we can able to delete that one and replace it by Azure. So I'm having the multiple times, right? So if you want to replace a word, if you want to replace a word, we are going to use a command called sed. What was the command here? sed. So the syntax will be percentage s. So here percentage s is nothing but sed slash old word slash new word. Old word, new word. So ultimately the syntax is going to be like percentage s. So AWS is going to be replaced by Azure. Hit enter. That's it. So let us try to perform that one. Escape. Percentage s. S is nothing but the same. So I want to replace my AWS by using the Azure. Hit enter. Ultimately it was replaced. And also remember, this was case sensitive, guys. Let's say I'm having like Azure, right? Percentage s Azure is going to be replaced by the DevOps. So I'm having the DevOps. So actually these DevOps, capital D I need to be mentioned, let's say percentage s DevOps. Instead of giving small d, I have given the DevOps spelling as like DevOps. So basically, this was the old word, right? So old word, I am having small d, small o. Okay. So hit enter. No pattern found. DevOps. There is no DevOps pattern here. So whatever you are having, it was the case sensitive. Or else, if you want to replace your percentage s, so DevOps is going to be replaced by Linux. So again, it is not going to be work. Why? Because there is no pattern regarding DevOps. Instead of giving small d as well as o, we are getting this error. I have given capital I. So that's DevOps. So we can able to give. So what it will do? It is going to replace your small d, small o by using capital D, capital O. Render. It was replaced. So if ultimately, if you want to replace a word, what we are going to use? We are going to use the set command. That's it. Now just try to save and exit. We have saved and exited. So clear for all of you? Only? So that's great. Perfect. Now let me recap it. What we have discussed in this class. So basically, guys, in this class we have discussed about the how to create a file. So if you want to create a file, we are going to use the command called touch. What is the command here? Touch. And then file. So I'm going to create AWS file. So touch and then file. Hit it. Ultimately it was created. So if you want to cross verify whether your file was created or not, so the command will be ls or ll. So ls is nothing but the short list, ll is nothing but the long list. Next. So this is the way to create the single file. But if you want to create the multiple files, so the command will be touch Azure DevOps. Just have to mention the spaces between them. GCP was created. If you want to verify that one, ls or ll. Next. So if you want to create the series of files, so the command will be touch series that you want to start with open braces 1 double dot 5. So what was the output here? TCS1, TCS1 space, TCS2 space, TCS3. So like this, it is going to create the files. TCS4, TCS, it is going to create. So if you want to verify, the command is going to be ls or ll. ls is nothing but the short list, ll is nothing but the long list. So we have created the files by using multiple ways, single way, multiple files as well as series of files. Now here I want to remove a file. So creation is done. Now I want to remove a file. So if you want to remove the file, so the command will be rm. Rm is nothing but remove and then file name that you want to remove. So I want to remove the AWS file. Rm AWS. Remove AWS. That's it. So if you want to remove the multiple files, so rm Azure, it is going to be removed. DevOps, it is going to be removed. Also GCP, it will remove. So if you want to remove the series of files, so the command will be rm. So the series that are starting with. So basically it was starting with TCS series, right? So just try to give the TCS star. So instead of giving the TCS star, we can also give like rm TCS star. So remember, star is nothing but all or every. Anything is fine. So TCS file that are starting with every. Or we can also give like this. RM T star. The files that are starting with the T, it is going to be removed. So after this, we have discussed about the VIM editor. So in the VIM editor, totally how many modes I am having? We are having 3 modes. Just try to concentrate on the 2 modes only. Okay, so basically third mode 7-bit, right? So basically it was the commands. VIM. We are having 2 modes. So what are they? First one was the command mode. So the second one was the so now by defaultly you are in the command mode. In which mode you are in the command mode. So if you want to shift from command mode to the insert mode, command mode to the insert mode, what we are going to do? We are going to press the small icon again. So if you want to go to the insert mode to command mode, insert mode to the command mode, what we are going to do? We are going to press the escape button. Don't type ESC, just have to press the escape button. So for the first button is going to be the escape, right? So we need to press the escape button. So command mode to insert mode, small a, insert mode to the command mode, escape button. Okay, next. So totally I was in the insert mode. Now if you want to add the data, we can able to add that. So if you want to copy a line, so YY is going to be single line copy. So I'm going to write the notes for you. Don't write the notes while I'm teaching. Okay. So at the end, I'm going to write the notes here. So just have to follow my notes. Copy. Okay, if you want to copy 5 lines. So 5 lines. Copy. So if you want to paste P. Next. If you want to delete a line, DD. Single line delete. Single line delete. So if you want to delete 5 lines, 5 DD. 5 lines. Now, so if you want to replace a word, we are going to use the sed command. You means undo, right? You want to perform the next one. So if you want to replace a word, so we are going to use the percentage s. So here s is nothing but the set command. So set to replace a word. So the syntax is going to be like percentage s slash code word is going to be replaced by new word. Now next, let's say if you want to save your data. If you want to save your data, so what we are going to use? Colon W. So we are going to save the data. So if you want to quit from the editor, colon Q. What will happen? We are going to quit. So if you want to do both editor, colon WQ. What will happen? It's going to save and quit. Or we can, instead of giving colon WQ, we can also give like colon X, right? Colon X. Next. If you want to set the number, colon set. Set. Next, if you want to go to particular line, colon 5. It is going to go to particular line. If you want to go to 15th line, so it is used for go to go to 8th. So up to this we have discussed in this class, right? Right or not? Don't I mean to say, don't write the notes while I am teaching. Okay, so I'm going to write the notes for you. Also, I'm going to upload these notes over the drive. So I just try to contact with the admin team. So they are going to give the drive access for you. Okay, don't write the notes. Now, so guys, so that's it from mine for today. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. Any doubts from the session? Just try to do the practice. I mean to say, ఏ రోజు క్లాస్ ఆ రోజు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసేసేయండి. So it will be more helpful for you. So online clear? So any doubts from this session? So okay then. Bye all. Have a nice day.